Hello everyone, it's Therese here with IELTS, and today we're speaking about writing task 1 for the general IELTS exam. And of course, this is very important because today we'll cover the important techniques and of course what is expected in IELTS writing task 1. So first of all, let's talk a little bit about timing. So you have 20 minutes to write the letter. And generally, you'll have a choice between a formal and an informal letter. And you need to write a minimum of 150 words. So it's absolutely fine to go above 150, but certainly make sure that you don't go below 150 because you will be marked down if you don't write a minimum. The other thing to remember is that in the IELTS Writing Task 1 computerized version, you'll be able to see your word count as you go along. So that's perfect because that way you don't have to count every single word as you continue. So let's talk a little bit about what a formal letter is, and then a little bit later we'll speak about informal letters. So a formal letter is a letter that you write to somebody that you don't know at all. You may have met the person in the past, but you don't know that person, you don't have a close relationship. So the language that we use in the formal letter is a little bit more polite, could I say? It's a little bit more formalized. And in English, we use specific expressions to greet, to present, and also to conclude the letter. So we'll go into that a little bit today. And just a reminder that this part of the writing is 33% of the entire writing task in IELTS. So it's only 1/3. Task 2 is the remainder. It's 2/3 of your marks. So that's why it's a good idea to make sure you maintain only 20 minutes on this task. So if you break it down, give yourself about 3 minutes for preparation, 15 minutes to actually write, and then about 2 to 3 minutes at the end to check back on your work. And the checking back on your work, it's really, really important because if you've made any spelling errors or any grammar, you would need to correct those, because if there are any misspellings, unfortunately, you will be marked down on the spelling mistakes. So let's take a look now at some of the types of formal letters that are typical in IELTS exams. So we'll have maybe complaints, invitations, requests, making arrangements, giving explanations or information, apologies, and making an application. So those are all typical formal letter types you can expect to see. Let's speak now a little bit about strategy. Number 1, study the instructions for the letter. Number 2, identify the style of letter. So what type of letter do you need to write? Is it a complaint? Is it an apology? Identify that. Clarify the points you must include in the letter and of course in each paragraph of the letter. Okay, number 4, decide on a point for each paragraph. Create a formal introduction and a formal ending. So just to clarify, you should have about 3 points in your letter, okay? And the strategy, this preparation should take no more than 3 minutes because you need to write after that. Okay, so here's the overall structure for a formal letter. So formal letter normally starts with Dear Sir or Madam, or Dear Mr. Smith, Mrs. Smith, an opening introduction. So I am writing regarding blah, 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 or I'm writing to apply or to complain, etc. Then we have main body paragraph 1, 2, and possibly 3. We have a closing statement and a formal sign-off. So that's your overall structure. For the closing statement, we often say, please don't hesitate to contact me should you have any questions, and then a formal sign-off. Yours sincerely, yours faithfully, and sincerely. So let's take a look at an example. So you're the head of the residential committee in your village. You're organizing an important meeting to discuss improving the local park. You would like to invite the village mayor to attend the meeting as you need his support. Write a formal letter of invitation to the mayor. In your letter, introduce your committee, explain the reason, and invite the mayor to attend. So we have very clear instructions. You know what you are, you know the objective, and you know the main points. So if we break it down, we start with a formal greeting. Dear Mayor Goldman, I'm writing this email to invite you to attend an important meeting of the residential committee next Monday at 7 p.m. First, let me explain what the residential committee is. We are a group of residents who discuss and make plans for our local area. So in the beginning, I introduce, and then in the opening statement, I present the main idea. In main body paragraph 2, I give some details. So I say we're having an important meeting next Monday to discuss improving the park. We believe that with your support, we can make important changes to help families and individuals enjoy the park facilities, especially during the summer months. And then in main body paragraph 2, in main body paragraph 3, excuse me, I actually extend the formal invitation. We would be delighted if you could attend our meeting on Monday, as we would appreciate hearing your ideas and suggestions for our goal. And then a closing statement. In the meantime, do not hesitate to contact me should you have any questions. I look forward to hearing from you soon. Sincerely yours, Jonathan Winters. So as you can see, it's very formalized, and I have not added any additional information. I have followed the instructions very clearly. I've presented the objective, I've extended the invitation, I've given little detail, and I've had a very formal closing statement and signing off. This is a template that you can use, in fact, for pretty much any invitation. So follow the template for formal letters. That's the final draft. And here is some lexical resource to boost your mark for language. So, dear Mr. Smith, or to whom it may concern. Of course, dear sir or madam is fine. I'm writing to inquire. I'm writing to invite. I'm writing to complain, whatever the objective is. And these nice closing statements, those are very useful to use every time, and a formal signing off. Okay, so that's it for formal letters. Again, follow the format for formal letters because that will really help you. Now, with informal letters, it's quite different. Informal letters are written to people that you do know. Generally, it's a friend, or it could be a family member. So informal letters, the language is a lot more casual. The tone is more humorous, and it's a different feel. It's a different tone. So we're going to have a look at the structure. So for the IELTS exam, of course, it's good to also include a clear structure. So we'll have our greeting at the top. We'll have our intro, again, paragraph 1, 2, and 3, closing statement, signing off. So it should follow the logical pattern. So one single theme in an informal letter, 1 point for each paragraph, preferably the same number of words if possible in each paragraph, and of course, 150 words minimum of word count. Here's an example. Write an informal letter to your friend Susan inviting her to an event in your country, describe the event, and suggest another activity you can do during her visit. So this is what I've done for the invitation. I've started with an informal greeting. Hi, Susan. You could also say, hello, Susan. How are you? I hope all is well. A very friendly introduction. Now the objective. I am writing, so always the present continuous form, to see if you're interested in coming to a party at my house in Dublin on March 17th. I could also say, I would like to invite you to my home. It's perfectly fine. Then I've given some detail in the next paragraph. So in the main body paragraph, I've described the event. I've given some detail. Remember, I need to write 150 words, so I need to give some color here. So I've said March 17th is a special day in Ireland because it's our national holiday. It's called St. Patrick's Day, as Patrick is the patron saint of Ireland. We normally have a big lunch with the whole family, and after we go to the local parade in the town where there's lots of Irish music, food, and shows. And then in the following paragraph, I give a little bit of more detail because that was the purpose and those were the instructions for the informal letter. So I've used some nice linkers. While you are in Dublin, I can give you a tour of the city. Also, we could easily take a boat cruise to an island because it's just opposite my house. If the weather is good, we can have a picnic and explore the old castles on this island. So I've used a nice real or first conditional in that paragraph and some linkers. Now to close off, you can use a very informal closing statement. I really hope you can come to the party on March 17th. I hope to hear from you soon. That's a perfect signing off. You could even say, see you later, all the best, or best wishes. So that's the final draft. As you can see, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 paragraphs, but the intro, opening, and closing are just one sentence. Final tips. Make a plan for your letter in 3 minutes because you don't have a lot of time, and create a main idea for each paragraph. Use the person's first name with a friendly greeting. Use contractions because with formal, you say I would love, I would like, but in informal, you can contract. Avoid using the same words again and again. Try to use synonyms to replace words. This will make your writing much more interesting. Use different types of sentences, because, so, although, and sign off in a friendly way. So that's it, everyone. For more tips and tricks, please come over to www.english-gurus.com, where you'll find lots of resources. And why not sign up so you can access all of our videos on IELTS training for both general and academic IELTS. Bye from Therese at English Gurus. Thanks for watching. Bye.